what's happened is we're lucky, only lucky, that we do have our instruments. For the two generations first, when the Aboriginal people, when the first European people came to Australia, they got our instruments and they smashed them. They got our culture and took it away. They took our language away. Not allowed, I can't speak my language, I can speak a little bit of our language. We're very lucky that we have a little bit of our culture coming back again. The oldest instrument ever, the oldest wind instrument ever, was almost wiped off the face of the earth because of people's ideals and people's way. But today, conferences like we have this, like today, will bring all the nations of the people back together again, so that us as Aboriginal people can stand up proud to be Aboriginal people. You see my son, European, Anglo-Saxon, because his mother's Anglo-Saxon, but in here, Aborigine. Aborigine. His grandfather, my father, Scottish. So, we play the bagpipes too, another wind instrument. We didn't need to bring that along, because we brought along what our instruments are, the didgeridoo. That's my family tree, how it comes. My great-grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my father. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generations since our people were like that, but we're still here. We're Aboriginal people, even though we're Europeanised. Laws in our own countries prohibited us from maintaining our culture. Didgeridoo, so didgeridoo was not our instrument. Australia was a multicultural nation before European settlers came. Not unlike Asia. Within Australia, 400 languages, 400 nations of people. One nation, my nation of the Kulin. Into tribes, our tribe, Wurundjeri people from the south of Australia. Our instruments, we didn't have the didgeridoo. Our instruments was wongu, or you need people know, boomerang. That's our instrument, wongu, wongu. That one, and this one as well. So we didn't have those, but with the changing of European people coming to our country, we have all become multicultural, the Aboriginal people of Australia. So we have, the Wurundjeri people have also now adapted and adopted the playing of the didgeridoo. We have evolved, not stood still, but still, even though a long while ago when I played bagpipes, I read music, didgeridoo and the proper ancient instruments you know what you do with them? You play the instrument from here, and when you start slow, and you get better, and rise, fall, and then you think of the animals. You think of the animals. The didgeridoo is the animal, and the animal are the people. That one, we can see maybe that one first video, and then I'll explain. A very short video, this one, but you can see the people with the didgeridoo. The traditional people up the north of Australia still living traditional, not semi-traditional. You'll see the didgeridoo and how the bird and the didgeridoo fits together. Perfect. There's a crane, a rolled up big bird. Okay. The didgeridoo was a bit of timber. It's wood. A tree. A growing tree. Like this. Okay? And the ants. Insects. Insects. Not that one. Skinny. A little tree. Insects. Come along. Eating, 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 eating. In the centre there. Then the Aboriginal people come along, listening. Listening. Yeah, you're listening here. Millions of teeth going. No, they don't do that. Aborigines tell fibs. They come in with a stick. Like this. Yeah, that's hollow. Hollow, a hole. Like this one. But inside is still the ants. These little fellas. Chop it off. Today, they chop it off. But then before chopping, chop, 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 chop. And we got one dance like that too, singing about that. And then all the ants inside still in there. So you get a stick, give them a headache, like that, put it in there, and push them out. Get away, you're telling them, and they run away. Like that, and they're gone. Now, then you go where the bees. Bees. And the honey bee, sugar bee. Up here. Oh, you can't go there, that tree's chopped down. You got to go this one here. And the bees, see? The bees taking the honey in there, you go and eat the honey, beautiful honey, and then you get the wax, the beeswax, because you can't put your mouth around there. It's too big. Then you go on the other end, and you put the beeswax. Squash that around. Squash, 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 squash it around. And then you've got didgeridoo. And then the tourists come, and you sell them to the tourists. Not the good ones, not the good ones. Only the ones that don't work. Not the ones. You make them out of bamboo, and you sell them to the tourists. But not the good fellas like that, see? And then somebody's son coming to me one day, and he says, yeah, that's a good didgeridoo. I'll buy that. No, it's not good. And he put it away. And then another one, see, my people, Wurundjeri people, didn't have didgeridoo. And then one day somebody said to me, you got to get that didgeridoo from out the bush. And I said, yeah. Still you'll follow me. Instead of going and get wood, I've got a horse's leg. See? You take the bone out, and it works exactly the same. See? And then put all the rubbish out of the inside there. Like that. And then you've got to get rid of everything out of there. And then sometimes you can do painting on. Painting on that didgeridoo. They're easy. The didgeridoo is easy to play. To play the didgeridoo, it's like, no, not like a flute. A trumpet. Blurting and humming, like that. Yeah, try that. You see how you're not allowed to take a breath. You try how long you can do that for. No, you take a breath. You're not allowed to take a breath. And the didgeridoo players, see, traditionally, the didgeridoo players, they've been people very dark. Our people were only brown, not dark black people. The brown black people of the north only had traditional didgeridoo. If you do that for a long while, you turn red. And if you keep going, you turn blue. And then you die. Okay? All these Aboriginal people in the north of Australia, all playing that, trying to keep that didgeridoo going, all dying. Everybody trying to make that didgeridoo go, dying, everyone dying, and then 2 didgeridoo players there. So they say to old Wonga here, come on, go over there, find some way to make that didgeridoo keep going, because you're not allowed to stop the sound once it keeps going. And he went over to sea in his canoe, like that. And he's gone to Scotland. And there's a man there. That's not working. You can't fit it on the didgeridoo. Yeah, like the bagpipes. No, it didn't work. Couldn't put it on the end of the didgeridoo. Still, I only got back 1 didgeridoo player living. No more than fellas there. Old fella sitting down, scratching the munion, see? Got it. What you got to do, well, you're blurting, going in. Give it a try. Blurt out and in. Yeah. No, you're not allowed to stop. You've got to go the same all the time. You watch, Wonga can do it. You watch, come on. Wonga.
I've got to do it today.
Oh, come. It's got to... Come on, one little bit. You can do it. Push back here. See? And then you can get it right by blurting and humming. But you can't just go anywhere. It's got to be very special, and you've got to have the mood to get it to go, to get the didgeridoo humming. And see, sometimes it's too dry. That's growling, that's good. Sometimes you can get it squeal. Like this. And up there, with our people then, you can have the sticks. One thing our people did have is drums. The only people, no other Aboriginal people of Australia, no other Aboriginal people had drums. Our people. Drums. No, this, the coat. The coat. We had possum skins. Possum, it's like a monkey. Lot of monkey in the trees. First of all, you kill him, you eat him, and then you'll save the skins to keep you warm, like that. And then, when the only women use the skin, sitting down, the only people. People, but very sacred, very sacred instruments. The didgeridoo traditionally, women forbidden to touch. Forbidden. Doesn't matter today, because we're in a different country. But tradition, forbidden. You know why? Yeah. This is a better one. What's that? I wish. That is tradition, fertility, for men only. For men only. And the belief, see, is you're spiritual. The Aboriginal people say women don't play because I'm being enough coming. But if the one's already there and you're playing it, running away. But not the baby. Not the baby. Murup. Murup.
What's that?
Murup. Spirit. When conception, through the Father, from the heaven, thunderbolt coming, murup. Instantaneous. Murup is for the child. When the child's born, it has that murup. No other. Through the Father. But if the woman playing the didgeridoo, phallic symbol, fertility, through there, sneaking spirit, waiting in there, instance in time, conception, it's in there, two mura, wrong one. So that then if the baby's there, again, the correct one, proper, playing, that baby, mura, running away. Going back into the heavens before thunderbolt, before time for to be born, and when the child's born, no spirit. No spirit. And then maybe when she's sleeping, another murup's come and dwelling in the baby and keeping that baby. Wrong one. Has to come through the Father. Patrilineal. Father. We are Wayne, even though our name's Hunter. That's a good name for an Aborigine. European. Wow. Wurundjeri. Wow. Ah! Crow. That's our people. That's our people. That's our father, our father's father, father's father. Wow. Always wow. In our people of the Wurundjeri people. Now, so that's without all this complication. Doesn't matter. Without all the complication, what we'll do now is we'll give you a little bit of a recital on there. And as well as that, we might be able to throw these just to make sure. No, not today. We'll use them. Yeah, the wood, the timber on these here is always eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, Australian eucalyptus or coolabah. This one here, eucalyptus, and this one's coolabah. Try that coolabah for the sound. Very heavy. Coolabah. Eucalyptus. And that one. Now again, that quick, come on. See, see, that's, wait a minute, I know a little bit about it. That one's here, and this one, that one. Wait a minute. Long while ago, 20 years since I've been doing this. This one is down here. Oh no, this one. This one's here. That one is about there. Just a little bit different. This one here, again, right up there. Let that have that one. the squealing of the animals. You listen through here. Two people.